everyone, I'm Nikki Campbell, owner of the Flourish Group, and today I'm coming to you from my favorite room in my house, my kitchen, because we're going to talk about the power of plants and a plant-based diet.
Welcome to Flourish in 5, where in 5 minutes or less, we give you simple ideas and information for living happy, healthy, and confident.
So today, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what it means to be plant-based. So I'm going to define that for you. We're going to talk about a couple of the benefits to both you and the planet, and I'm going to show you how to get more of this into your diet in simple and delicious ways. So let's get started. So you're not going to have to join a food cult, so no one is going to make you give up all the things that you love. There's lots of ways to be more plant-based under that broad umbrella. So the first one is the most common, or what people think of most, and that's being a vegetarian. So for vegetarians, it's mostly plants. They may eat eggs and dairy, and then they eliminate the animal proteins. So poultry, beef, fish, seafood, all of that is not included in a vegetarian traditional style of eating. The second one is a flexitarian diet, and this is something I think is very manageable for people. It is adding more plants, but also leaving in the flexibility to have fish and seafood and some poultry, as well as dairy and eggs. Next is pescatarian, and this is a vegetarian base of a diet and adding in fish and seafood, as well as eggs and dairy if they so choose. And the final one, and probably what you think is the most strict, is veganism. And vegans tend to eliminate all animal products. So anything that is derived from an animal or animal proteins, they are typically strictly plant-based. What's the big deal? Why should we want to go plant-based? Here's the truth. You can get everything you need from a nutritional standpoint from plant-based foods, even protein. We're going to talk about that a little later. What I want to point out to you about plant-based foods is that they're generally healthier because they're lower in sodium, they're lower in saturated fat, they're lower in cholesterol, they're higher in fiber, they're higher in important nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin C, folate, all of those things that we need in order to have the energy to power us through the day, but also to live long and live healthy. So another good reason to go plant-based is it's good for the planet. And here's what I'm talking about. After 30 days of being more plant-based, here are a few of the benefits to the world. First, you're gonna save 33,000 gallons of water, yes, 33,000, that would be used for animal agriculture. You're going to save 900 square feet of forest land. And you are going to eliminate 600 pounds of CO2 emissions into the environment. So it's good for your body and it's good for the planet. Finally, going plant-based is good for your wallet. You will, on average, save up to $800 a year when you buy more plants than you buy animal products. Plants are just cheaper by the pound, and you're saving money every time you go to the grocery store. So how do you get more plants into your diet? I'm gonna give you 4 tips to just think differently about plant-based. The first one is the most obvious, and that's eat more vegetables. But I'm not talking about just eat more salads or have an extra helping of broccoli. Put vegetables into everyday things that you're already cooking. So your omelets, your stews, your casseroles, things like that, where you can just add a little bit more vegetable to an already nutritious and delicious meal. The second one is to think differently about meat. So again, you don't have to completely eliminate meat, but what if you looked at meat as a side dish instead of the center of your plate? Maybe 2 ounces of chicken versus the 6-ounce chicken breast that you may have cooked before. So just thinking about meat in a different way and reducing it just a little bit. Next, don't forget the fats. Choose healthy fats to not only keep you full longer, but give your body what it needs, and we need fat. So look for things like nuts, nut butter, avocados, olive oil, flaxseed, things like that that have healthy fats that are going to keep you full and energized for the day. Finally, Eliminate one meal per week where it has meat as the center of the plate. Just go vegetarian once a week at one meal. You'll start to see benefits from that, even with that small change. All right, so I'm back where I started, and with all this great plant-based food, to give you some ideas for every meal to get more plants into your diet. In addition, all of these things have protein, so don't fall into the myth that you can't have protein, enough protein on a plant-based diet. So let's start with breakfast. Instead of bacon and eggs, maybe you opt for rolled oats, some walnuts, and a banana. It's a great combination of fat, carbohydrates, and protein to get you started on your day with lots of energy. When it comes to lunch, this is where you can really get creative with salads. So again, I'm not saying you have to eat tons of salads to be plant-based, but lunch is a great option because you can really add a ton of vegetables to it. If you want to add a little bit of protein, you could have something like a hard-boiled egg and some feta cheese to really give it that powerful plant-based and protein punch. For dinner, we are looking at things like lentil pasta. Pastas now are so unique and varied. You can get pastas that have high fiber. You can get them with a lot of protein. This particular pasta, it's a yellow lentil lasagna noodle, has 13 grams of protein per serving. So think about this, a vegetable lasagna with this, with some ricotta cheese, lots of veggies, the tomato sauce or marinara sauce, some mozzarella cheese. I mean, you are getting an incredible meal. Another option for dinner, and one of my favorites in the fall and winter, is a vegetarian chili. So lots of beans. There are tons of bean options out there. Add all the beans, add all of the vegetables, and then put it with a side salad that's, based with spinach that also has protein. So there's really endless options when you're talking about plant-based that all don't have to center around boring old salads or steamed broccoli. Finally, you want to get yourself a good protein powder. This one is vegan powder, and there are plenty of options out there that are vegan. But if you're going to have dairy in your diet, you can also get a whey protein powder. I always recommend 20 to 25 grams of protein per serving. This one has 20, but look at the label, see what the ingredients are, and try to pick the right protein powder for you, because this can be a lifesaver when you're on the go and you're in a rush. You can make a smoothie, you can add it to other dishes and get that added boost of protein. So, going plant-based isn't as scary as it seems, right? It's the little things that you do every day, every week, every month that will add up to big benefits for your health, the environment, and your wallet. If you're having trouble though, still figuring it out, I've got a great plant-based program that will get you set up, and in 30 days, you'll be well on your way to adding more plants to your diet. As with all of my recommendations, make sure you check with your doctor before you change your diet and exercise program. And if you found this helpful, like it, share it with somebody else who might need to see it, and as always, make it a healthy day.